Hello, welcome to Pandora's Box. Today I will rank the top 10 cards of Zendikar Rising according to concept and quality of illustration. Zendikar Rising is a very popular set because of Expedition Fetchlands. It is very strong financially, however I feel the artwork in this set is a little weak. Even so, there are still many beautiful cards in here that I have had a hard time narrowing my list down to just 10. So here is my top 10 list of the most beautiful cards in Zendikar Rising. At number 10 is Yomara Wizard by Jasper A.J. Singh. This card is illustrated a bit more intricately compared to the majority of other cards in Zendikar Rising. This immediately makes the card stand out. The flavor text is also super on point, with Yomara Wizard thrusting right up into the skies through Zendikar's unique floating waterfalls. Next up at number 9 is Tazim Roy Mage. This is two merfolks in a row. The Roy Mage in the foreground is dynamic and striking, though he does remind me of the Monkey King. The huge wave in the background is the clincher here, with the shading decreasing with the distance. The flavor text is the icing on the cake. Moving on to number 8, I have Highground Modeling by Victor Adam Minguez. The use of lighting is the key to the card's triumph. The light casts a striking shadow on the woman's horrified face the instant she realizes she's about to have her head chomped off. This card encapsulates the horror of this exact moment immaculately, which is why Highground Modeling is number 8 on my list. At number 7 is Bubble Snare by Jacob Kasper. There is so much going on within this card. It captures the exact moment the human mage ensnares the green monster in a floating torrent of water. I can tell that the water is conjured from a nearby river from the couple of fishes caught up within. The water is not as well illustrated as I would like, but the rest of the drawing more than makes up for it to put it at number 7. At number 6 is Glass Pool Mimic by Johan Grenier. The front of this card ticks the checklist of everything I like to see in a drawing. Good framing, beautiful landscape features in the foreground and background, wonderful use of colors and shading, realistic water, hand-painted. The flip side of the card is what puts Glass Pool Mimic over the top. The reminiscence of lost family members is captured in the reflection of the lake. This card is a gut punch emotionally. At number 5, I have Toward the Grave by Wiley Beckett. The art for this card is very stylistically different from the rest of the cards in the set. Wiley Beckett has another 2 cards in the set, Soul Shatter and Reclaim the Waifus, which are also drawn in the same style. WotC usually has very strict artistic guidelines and requires artists, no matter how big their name is, to conform. However, Wizards does give more leeway to certain artists. Names like Rebecca Gay and Seth MacKinnon come to mind. I'm not too sure why she gets preferential treatment here. Maybe WotC is trying to groom her. I don't know, but I know that I love her style the moment I set my eyes on it, and she is definitely someone to look out for in the future. At number 4 is Adventure Awaits by Billy Christian. This is another card that ticks all my checklists. Framing, foreground, background, details, lighting and shading. If I had to choose one card to tell you what Zendikar Rising as an expansion feels like, this is the card I would choose. The flavor of the plane, the emotions of its inhabitants, and the uncertainty of their future is all condensed here. Moving on to number 3 already, I have Now Priest of Oblivion by Choi Yon Jae. The masterful use of color is the MVP here. The small splatter of red in a monotonously black drawing amplifies the meaning of this illustration. This place is dark. I'm not meant to be here. She is evil. I have to get away from her as fast as I can. But she is oh so attractive. She is out for my blood, but maybe, just maybe. Boom! Top 3 cards of Zendikar Rising. Easy. Coincidentally, she is also the winner of this set's Best Waifu Award. At number 2, I have the Extended Art Planeswalkers by David Raposa. I know this might seem like a cop-out, but if not, David Raposa might have taken spots 2, 3 and 4. His drawing is so entrancing that I can lose track of time just looking at each illustration, trying to absorb all the information he has crammed into each of his drawings. If I really have to make a choice, I think Nahiri is the best of the three, followed by Nissa and then Jace. You know how typically with comics, we have like one full page panel that is like 80% of the artistic effort for the whole issue, or the rest of the comics are expositions drawn by freelancers? This is the full page panel for Zendikar Rising. Before I review the number 1 card of Zendikar Rising, let's take a look at some honorable mentions. These are cards which did not manage to crack the top 10, but they contain so much artistic value that they deserve their own mention here. My first honorable mention is Lotus Cobra by Bastian Grivet. This is the showcase art version. It is extremely beautiful and it almost made the top 10. The next honorable mention is Island by Tianhua X. For a set that is predominantly focused on lands, the lands in Zendikar Rising are unexpectedly uninspiring, except for this island. This maelstrom looks immeasurably powerful. Unfortunately, it is framed by a stony border that completely takes me out of my immersion in this art. Another honorable mention is Canyon Jerboa by Antonio Jose Manzanedo. Is this what Pichu will look like in real life? This is also the winner of Zendikar Rising's Cutest Critter Award. The next honorable mention is Fearless Fledgling. In the normal version, it is a clumsy, comical looking bird. In the showcase version, it is a powerful and majestic looking eagle. There's some serious power leveling shenanigans going on here. It is impossible to have a top 10 list of Zendikar Rising without at least a mention of the expeditions. These cards are all immaculately crafted and they deserve a top 10 list all by themselves. Wizards knows these are the chase cards of the set and everybody's focus will be on them, which is why they put more effort into crafting these cards and it shows. Before I review the number 1 card for Zendikar Rising, please remember to like and subscribe to Pandora's Box and turn on the notification button. I post new videos daily, so please remember to check back for more content like this. The number 1 card for Zendikar Rising is Lotus Cobra by Sam Rowan. The foil version of this card is exceptionally beautiful. Wizards expertly foiled only the lotus insignia on the cobra's hood. This subtlety exponentially enhances the beauty of this illustration. The exquisite colors on the lotus insignia represents all the colors of mana. The ray of light seeping through the canopy artfully illuminates the patch of lotuses on the ground. This lotus cobra is perfect on so many fronts and it is my pick for the best card in Zendikar Rising. This is my list for the top 10 cards in Zendikar Rising. Please let me know if you agree. If you like what you see, please visit my channel for more box openings, set reviews, top 10s, and content curated for nerds in general. See you in the next video. Bye bye!